Burning a little Palo Santos just to make sure everything stays clear. Should I even continue to do this? My question. I am late compared to what I said by like 10 minutes. But my children decided to ask me to do something 2 minutes before it was time to go lunch. Hello. Hi. How are you? Ryan Dasaili. Good. Just hanging out. I was thinking I'd do some readings for anyone who managed to find me tonight. I was just gonna do some readings tonight, pull some cards for some people. Just call me. All right, Ryan. Let's see, you wanna see what, let me see what spirit animal I pull for Ryan. I'll pull this table closer. It has been a warm day here where I am. Wasn't sure if anybody was gonna come in. I got these a little mixed up. 1 second. So maybe that is a part of the message. Get organized. Because sometimes the little in-between things that are unexplained, like suddenly my cards being disorganized, is a message for you. Maybe there's something that is gonna be on its way soon, and the more organized you are, the better prepared you will be. Let's see what. There's 13 people. There was. I saw that. Don't worry, before you just to say, I saw that there was more people, and I was, it sucks that there was more, and then they left because I had to organize, and they were like, yep, bye. It's okay. I maybe I always try to think about those in between. So horse, and like I was just saying, that it's amazing what those in between moments are symbols for. And there's momentum in your life, freedom. So that's that liberating energy. So that's a frequency that you're embodying right now. It's like your life, the way that you live your life, there's some spectrum of liberation that you cultivate being who you are. Freedom, horse. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. And that's for you, Ryan. Horse. So, let's see. So there could be some like event coming in. Got to go. Yeah, definitely. Definitely next time. Is there anyone else in here still? There was other people and then they left. Yesterday I did a live and it was amazing what came through during everything that happened. And I had already posted that I would do this, so I said, okay, I'm going to stay committed to what I said I would do. And get on here, even though I was here yesterday doing live. Oh, hello. Let's see, Casey, let's do a card for you and see what happens. I'm just, you know how you lift a muscle? You love the elephant? Yeah. Well, you know when you do something, you know, when you do it over and over again, especially when it's like a one-on-one, you get better at it, and it's like you hone those skills, and working with people this way versus just a video to post. I did this yesterday and it was like really awesome. I was happy with the way everything went. So let's see. A message for Casey. Let me relax a little bit. I'm a little tense because I was rushing all the way up until I started, but I'm really big about being committed to something that I said I'd do, so. And I'm so excited, everybody who's here. Let's see what is for you. You get nobility, elk. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. You're in like this flow state right now with just like the natural world is what I get in some way. I don't know how that would resonate, but I see this tree, right? And there is this elk that has, and these antlers are also, it's like this very grounded creature, right? But it also has like, I think of how we have somehow this way to connect to the world around us. And in this symbolism, let's say this is you, and you just have, it's like you're getting downloads from above, but you're grounded, so you're getting the downloads from being part of Mother Earth. I don't know, you might be just very in tune, and there is just like this flow in with like this tree right here is what really stood out to me, and that's the first time that stood out to me when I picked this card up. I not ever really noticed this before, and then when I looked at it, that's what made me think of, like, that must be part of your message. It's been like you must have been somehow been with Mother Nature a lot too, because when we're out in Mother Nature a lot, we receive all of these. You think about how we are vibrations, and we're getting all of this input from all around us, and they say our DNA is uploadable and downloadable, so it's like we are this like vibrating force, right? So you're just receiving, and I don't know, you're just in flow with the universe. I don't know how that would make. Oh, that is. Ha! There's several elephants in the room. There's several. You don't get me started. No, we cannot talk about the elephants in the room, because that would be a very long conversation, and I'm trying to focus. But if you like the tapestry, that one only. The elephant right there. Let's see your starting position, Casey. I got cockatiels in the room too. There's a little one. She's right here. I'll pick her up and bring her up here because she can't fly. Whoop. She loves the floor. Even sometimes when I bring her up here on the table, she will jump off the table to be on the floor. She just loves the floor. I do not understand why. She has a splay leg condition, so she just kind of walks her own special way. Her name is Guitar, and she loves to eat my cards, so I'm going to move that now. She's a cockatiel, and she was born around Valentine's Day. So, Casey, all right, you will go back down in your favorite place because she loves to eat the cards. Let me just see. Casey, is there anything you'd like to know? So far, it looks like you're moving away from, like, challenging times, and you got the 10 of Cups. So you're moving away from challenging times, however that applies, and moving towards, like, emotional fulfillment. You may have had some form of endings, but you have the King of Swords and the 10 of Cups. It's almost like you became more of like that leader for yourself to get rid of what wasn't serving you anymore. And doing that is bringing you that gift of experience of life, of being emotionally in balance and all those things. It's like you did it in this, like, wielding your sword in the proper way, and so I don't know if that applied at all, so I'm gonna just wait a second before I go any further, because Miss Guitar. We got a bird. Are you still here, Casey? I just want to make sure before I just start continuing on. See, I even brought her to the vet, and we actually had this leg thing for her, but it didn't work entirely, and I have to get a surgery probably for her. Actually, I swear I've been through so many bird vets, and I just don't trust bird. It's like they don't have the experience, I guess, in my opinion. I've lost a bird from just the wrong place. Maybe it's just the way that I'm applying. It just maybe means that there is some form of way you had to assert your dominance in some way. Maybe it was just asserting your dominance in yourself or into your own happiness, choosing yourself. It's almost like asserting yourself in the present moment to choose to ground yourself and do the things that you're, and it's like being more action, and it's like that balanced masculine energy, and you're doing a lot of things you were saying with the family tree and everything. So that's a lot of communicating, a lot of writing, a lot of intellect is a good way to put it. So that's a present position, but it is that we can just try the other deck that I have, and I'm going to put her down so I can focus. There's too many things going on at the same time, so let me just try and focus. Right. It was like that's what, and maybe that's what it is. That you just there's, and that's maybe, and you're gonna be very happy where you're going if that is that. Because it seemed like there was something very strong in your present position, and that's like a decision or some form of communication, and it's like it's not the feminine, so it's not like you had to like assert your dominance in a situation. Because this is me learning too. You know, every person is different, every situation is different, every life experience is different. We're like snowflakes, all intricately, you know, woven in this way where we kind of look similar, but we're all different. And but that masculine energy of the King of Swords, yeah, intellect, ambition, being the powerful authority, wielding a substantial intelligence, and you trusted your voice and made a decision, and it's leading to an more emotional, fulfilled life. Your present moment, I think of the present moment is only where you ever are. So that's where you're moving towards. So let's see, what is your destiny? And I can use this deck since I already got it out. What is just the destiny aside from, is there anything, actually I'll just ask Spirit, is there anything else you'd like Casey to know through the cards? Is there anything that the Spirit would like Casey to know? The Ten of Cups came out, and it's a different deck altogether. This is a different deck. I just had 2 different decks, and the Ten of Cups dropped out for Casey again in a different deck with the penguins. That's amazing, though. So you get the Ten of Cups from one deck and a Ten of Cups from another deck. And it's just like, and it was purely like, it just fell out all by itself for this one. It just was like, whoop. And I kept calling out to Spirit. I was like, what is the whole message? What is the higher message? Like, and it just like pushing and instigating. It was like, whoop, this one. Ten of Cups again. That was pretty cool. So let me just... So this is this happiness, right? Fulfillment. I just want to go through this really quick because it's so amplified, and I just don't want to miss anything. Just thinking that I have like this spiritual ego of knowing it all, but if I use inspiration to trigger the right like resonance, then I can it's just basically make time to celebrate success with people who you feel with family. You're well on your way to achieving a big milestone, a huge milestone, a goal. So it's like everything's going to work out. There's just like this, it's like spirits, your ancestors, you know, however, because you got to think about how, you know, time and space is this kind of illusion. And if there is a message that is trying to get to you, it's like somehow you'll find a way to be in the right place at the right time and just receive that right message. And for you, it's just like maybe all of this things that you've been working on. I don't know, maybe is there any question about the situation? Yeah, it really will. It really will. I meditate pretty much every day. I think meditation is something we all should do because we all have that voice. We all have intuition. It's not something special to one person. It's just like those that understand that it's something you expand through use. Basically, it's like lifting a muscle every day, right? If we lift a muscle every day, we get stronger in that muscle. And then it's the same with like using your intuition or working with tarot or whatever creative medium that pushes that intuitive creativity. Let's see. Is there anyone else in here? Let's see, is there anyone else in here? And just to say, are you single? I'm just curious. Casey, are you single? And I'm not, I'm just asking because this can regard to love. Okay, so this is just you. I just wanted to ask that because there's different ways that you can read this card, different ways. And I think that with it falling out, it's just that you and your family are going to have some form of growth. I just see this family with these two penguins and this little baby penguin. And it's just like you're in this like place of like being in this right perfect family enjoyment, everything just being in this happy place. So yeah, you're welcome, by the way. It was just like I just seen like that penguin and I was like, well, should I ask, you know, Spirit if there's a partner coming in also at all? Looks like, no, it's just like wherever you're moving towards right now, wherever your energy is, wherever changes that are coming for you. If there was any questions as to whether or not everything was going to be as awesome as you think, I think it's going to be even more awesome than you think, is why the 10 is like 10, 10, 10, 10. It's like the emphasis on how, you know, awesome things are going to be. Aww. You're welcome. I'm so happy because I love when the readings come in this alignment, and tarot I love, and sometimes, you know, tarot can get a, you know, a bad name basically, and it's like I love when things are just nice and peaceful and it's a good experience. And I've not ever, this is only second day doing live. I've only done live twice. And prior to this and doing general reads, I've only done readings for family and friends. So let's see. One last before she goes. This happened yesterday. And I just wanted to give you one card from the Ma'at, 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life, and it's I offer words of good intent, which we got this yesterday. It's like the words we use have vibrations, so it's like use that internal compass, that internal navigator, with your words in some way. If you know numerology or numbers and how numbers and letters correspond with each other, and how, I don't know, how words are built, as far as like when we speak a word, there's like a vibration to every word we speak because there's a vibration to every letter. And then when you put the letters together in any combination, they become this vibration. That's why it's like a thought is a vibration, and a word you say or a letter you say is a vibration. And it's like, you think about how we tune a guitar. It's like, yeah, that's why we tune our energy systems, because we're always being kind of moved around as far as what our natural equilibrium vibrations are supposed to be in any area. Really, me too. I have a whole binder full of information as far as numerology and studying words. That's a big thing for me recently, is there's numbers everywhere for me. Words have been a huge thing, more than numbers now, where it's like now numbers seem to turn into, words start to turn into numbers, and then they break down to messages in some form. For me recently has been a thing. And it's been leading me to like books that I was just like, yeah, wow, this is exactly the book I need for right now. And it's just, I'll go through it in one singular day, like, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't know if you resonate to star seeds, but I found this person, Dolores Cannon, and I read her books, The Kundalini Universe, and I can't remember the Custodians. Oh, The Custodians. If anybody wants a good read, go read The Custodians by Dolores Cannon, because like, that's all I'm going to say. So if anybody else would like a reading that is in here right now, I would like to move to somebody else, and we'll do a few others. Yeah, thank you. Because this is just me, really. I just started this at the start of the year because I injured myself, honestly. I was working out every single day, like 5 to 6 hours a day working, also kids, all those things. And then I injured myself and I had to, like, sit still. And it was like the exact opposite of who I had been prior to that. And then I just kept having to kind of be still, and it ended up where I ended up behind the camera with my cards and my birds, and here I am basically now. So I've been almost doing, it was a plantar fascia tear. So if there's still anybody in here, if you want to say hello, I can engage with another person. Oh. That's what I believe too, because my nervous system needed an entire, like, take back, basically. Because that's why I was working out to the point of being capable of tearing your plantar fascia. And when I say it's not something it's easy to do, tearing your plantar fascia in your foot. It's not something that, you know, it's very normal to do. And then if you do it and you did it the way that I did it, it was definitely because I had overtrained for quite some time with not enough water and replacing my electrolytes. So I was basically asking for it on a level. Yep. But I study fitness and I study walking and I study meditation actually too. You should try walking meditation on a treadmill. If and there's anyone out there that is interested in meditation and does meditation, you should try doing your meditations while walking on a treadmill and just have faith in the process. Go at a slow pace, slow enough where you can close your eyes and do whatever your meditations are, guided or just sound, and do them in motion, not just at rest. And I'm telling you, it's an experience that I'm spreading the word that this is something that I don't really know. I've been studying the brain and I've been studying meditation and how it works and just all these things. And this was an experience that I found accidentally, and through the divine, the inspired action that led to a moment that I really was blown away during a chakra clearing. And then I opened my eyes, and it was the first time I had ever done it. And as a tarot reader, you pick up on energy, right? I was doing tarot since I was a little girl, and I never would clear my energy. And I did a meditation while on a treadmill, and I did a chakra clearing one, and when I opened my eyes, every single number on the machine was a 3. And there's a lot of numbers on these machines. It's not like there's just one number. It's like there's a number here, there's a number here, there's a bazillion numbers on these machines sometimes. And when I had opened my eyes after this meditation, and this is not my only experience, this is just one example of a plethora of examples I can use. But it was just quite an experience where you definitely could see that my mind had attuned to the meditation in this deeper way, almost like I had put myself in this weird hypnosis while moving, and was able to clear my chakras. I really believe in this, like, really deeper way than I understand. It's, something that the all knows more than I would ever be able to in my small comprehension and consciousness that we get above the water. Our consciousness that's below the water knows it all, pretty much. It's like whatever you've never learned, if you can get a good flow with your conscious and unconscious, you can get pretty much, I feel like, the Akashic records. It's like the all knowing. You can get any knowing, if you really have that divine flow. But it takes discipline and daily discipline and respect towards, it's like a way of life, like the Hermetic way of life. Know yourself, know thyself, the know thyself way of life. Is there anybody still there? Because I see numbers, but I don't know if anything's broken or something. Because if there's not, then... Ooh. Well, if there's anybody else who would like me to read for them, pull some cards and see what happens. No pressure. But if that's something anyone else is interested, let me know. Well, we can do a quick spirit animal message. Just say the end. I could have just read that one. That actually came out yesterday, so it's interesting that 42 ideal of I usually read them always when I pull them, but it's very long, and I don't know if Casey was gonna be willing to stay for another 5 whole minutes of me reading the depth of that one singular card, because there's like 2 pages to it. It's an Egyptian commandment, basically. I think everybody left me that, or it's just frozen and everybody can't say anything. Hot community. And I said I was going to pull a card in regards to the whole group, right? What energy the group was giving off, and we're giving off the energy of community. Choo choo. Oh, look at that. Hi, I won't say your name. Hi, my daughter's friend. Axolotl, that's what I'll call you, Axolotl. Because that's her spirit. We have a new animal as of today. My ex-husband, my daughter went on a daddy-daughter date, and now I have a new hamster. Because we found a new cage, and she said, don't call mommy because she'll say no. She's not here because at first it wasn't me that said no, because everybody got crazy because they thought it was a guinea pig, and they found out it was a hamster, and everybody calmed down, and it will be coming back over tomorrow. It's really cute. I've never had a hamster, and it's a Chinese dwarf hamster. So, and I will have to study the spiritual meaning of the Chinese dwarf hamster, because believe it or not, I feel like almost every animal, because I've been doing a lot of research on animals and their spiritual history and meaning, like whatever history that there is about the animal in different religions and different cultures and tribes and all those things. And it's amazing that even the Chihuahua the Chihuahua has so much history. I was blown away. Hi, sweetie. They were, I won't say, because, why are you up so late? We got the community. So we got Spirit, a tribe. Everybody like and subscribe, and I'll do lives and pull cards again. This is an unusual experience for me because it's nice to be able to get to people that I wouldn't normally be able to do a reading for, and for them to maybe experience a reading in a way that they wouldn't normally be able to, because they're not just going to be able to find somebody, or just, I don't know. So it's just, I don't know, being that person, because I enjoy tarot. I enjoy reading. I've been doing it since I was little. I love you. I love you, baby. You get some rest, and we'll talk tomorrow, okay? We'll see if maybe we can do something. Okay? Because I got to go over by your house anyways. She is only 10, and she is the cutest little thing. Page of Wands, that enthusiasm, that childlike enthusiasm. And we have so much enthusiasm there. Look at that. There you are, girl. Enthusiasm. All right. I am going to the restaurant tomorrow. Oh, sounds fun. Apparently, we were going to go to the beach for a short while tomorrow, but now we're going to hang out with our new hamster. It's really cute, and it doesn't bite. It's not one of those biter ones, because I'm not. It is me, Frog Girl. Yay! You know what? I'm oddly really, really excited to see you right now. I just love your energy. You're back. Thank you for commenting, Annie. Nora. Is that your name, Frog Girl? Oh, okay. Oh, we got the High Priestess out as I'm talking. So, weaving that web of your existence, intuition, heightened intuition right now. It's like the energy is got this just extra charge to it. And the spider. I just feel like that's like the depth of information, and being willing to go within yourself to seek it out. And the moon being there the way that it is, it's almost like on the verge of being disillusioned about something. We got wish fulfillment out right now for suddenly. Let's see. So let's pick a person real quick. Annie, and Frog Girl. Let's just... Okay, let's do... Oh, that's my other bird. That is Pineapple. He won't come down here. He is far too skittish. Let me just... So, that's Pineapple. He is a male cockatiel. And there's just birds. There's one there. There's one there. There's two more somewhere else. I have 5 altogether. I know he is handsome. I gotta hand it to you. You did notice that. Out of the males that I have, Pineapple is by far the most handsome. Yes, you are. He's like, I hear that. He's like, I'll toot my own horn about that one. Okay, so let's see. Since Frog Girl commented first, I'm just gonna do first a spirit animal card for Frog Girl first, and then right after we get the spirit animal card for you, I'll do the spirit animal card for Annie, and I'll try to just do this thing where I kind of clear. Where is my... Aha! I do have it. Okay. I'm just kind of curious. It's amazing what can come through with these messages. And sometimes it's like with the one deck with the Spirit Animal Tarot, it's amazing what the animals that are on each card, when you study them, like going down a rabbit hole, you get so much more information than you realize. You're just like, wow, the universe is really intertwined. Alright, so Frog Girl, what is a spirit animal card for Frog Girl? Is this it? Puffin, partnership. So creating new bonds in some way, an important connection around you of some sort right now. I don't know. Puffin, partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. This could even be about something in regards to work, maybe. I don't know if it does resonate at all, but it could be something where an important partnership. We can go to the tarot and see if we can tell if it's work or I know I'm gonna do hers, but now I can't entirely define the partnership for Frog Girl, Nora. Temperance. So some form of reconciliation with someone you're bringing in at some point. It's like someone pouring back into you in some way. After it's like you had already, it's like this it's like the energy flow. I don't know if that resonates at all. So something about divine timing. There's a partnership that you're bringing in divine timing. Childlike enthusiasm. What is this partnership in regard to? What is the partnership in regard to for Nora? Is there some partnership coming in? And something to be revealed. There's something that is like trying to get to you, and that's why it's something in divine timing. It's some partnership or someone that wants to connect with you in some way. It's almost like their hands are tied right now, but it's like in divine timing the connection will be revealed to you. But it's like the moon card I think of right now, and it's like there's things still to be revealed to you. Yeah, and that's when once you have the whole picture, that's the ace of coins. That's when it comes into your physical reality, and you see this squirrel. It's almost like Mother Nature and the universe did its best to prepare you for this connection coming in, and how it's leading to some form of grounded, I don't know, some sort of foundation change, or maybe income in some way. But this is more like new beginnings, some form of grounded new beginnings, something that is going to affect your moment to moment new beginnings. And then for Annie, I'm going to do yours next. If you're still here, I'm just going to pull, since it seems like I have your permission. Oh, awesome. We have Moose, wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars. Keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So you may be very intuitive yourself. You may connect to the universe, or get intuition, or receive messages in some way in regards to just anything that you may deal with. And you may hold this natural ability to receive. It's like you're so naturally wise, and that's like an energy you just hold naturally. I don't know if that resonates to you, but it's almost like sometimes when you don't even know how you know, but you're just like, yep, I don't know how I know, but I know, basically. Let me just make a double check. And for some reason, when I'm looking at the image for this, Annie, the water in the image right here, there's this river. And it looks like, at first when I was looking at it, it looks like the river is coming this way. But for some reason, while I'm looking at it right now, it almost looks like a path leading into the distance of this water. And I think of water as a subconscious, or it's like that inner navigator that brings you down a divine path, because you see how the water is like just like carved out this path right into the material world to say this is the water for the flow to go, right? For that flow to go. So you may be on some sort of path right now where you're just like in flow on that path, and it's divinely guided, and it's like it's magical, really. I don't know if you're experiencing anything mystical, any mystical experiences of any kind. Ace of Swords. Haha. I'm so on it. A cool experience. Yeah. Has anybody heard of, like, I don't know, star seeds or whatever? Oh, I didn't know you could retract things. I won't say anything more, but that is, I was thinking of star seeds. I don't know if you are familiar with that term, Annie, but maybe that's something you should look up. And King of Cups, as I say that, it's like it's like part of your lineage. It's like there's some sort of like masculine energy that is somehow trying to let you know all about yourself, maybe. Because it's just as I said that the king falls out. You can look it up, because I was thinking of Dolores Cannon at the start of this. And then we have Page of Wands, which is that learning, and be adventurous, be childlike, be playful about it. Is leading to you stepping in fully to a version of you, a more full, authentic version of you, fully embodying your power. Once you get it's like you're receiving information from someone, some sort of masculine energy that's meant to assist you in some way. Holy crap. I just read that. Ha! I'm just, when it all falls in alignment. And I'm just really getting into just really bringing it all together. I was always used to a 9-card spread that I cannot find to save my life. Since I was a little girl, there was only one 9-card spread that I ever used. And now wherever you buy a new deck, it's usually what you see is the Celtic Cross. I do not understand why the 9-card spread is suddenly gone. I cannot find it. I cannot find it anywhere I go. So I have learned other forms of reading and other layouts. Oh my goodness. I'll try. If the day ends in Y, I'm sure I have cried, because it's like emotional purging. I think it's very healthy. You know, some people will sit there and stuff and be like, I don't feel anything. That is so the bad. That's not a good choice. I've done that, and it leads to bad things. But that is so awesome. I love doing readings. I really do. I love just delving deep and just being it and just getting to. It's just like I get to do this. Any chance I get to do it where I can get a little bit better at it, I'm just like, whew, so excited. And I'm sure there is that once we start interacting too, because sometimes when I'm interacting with people, I'm not ashamed to say, because my mother actually, I don't know if, I guess I'm a starseed, I guess I resonate to that myself. It's just something that it really didn't, it really had, it's like once I made the connection to it, it was just like, to say it out loud is just still this, like, I don't know how to say this exactly. It's not something, because I had this experience where my mother was visited as a child and I was learning all these things. She always told us about how she saw aliens as a child, and then I learned about epigenetics, and I learned about, you know, why does she remember this? And then she had a brain tumor that was non-cancerous on her optic nerve, right? And she remembers seeing these creatures that were small. And there's this person, Dolores Cannon, who speaks about aliens, and she speaks about how and this was just recently, I found this book where she speaks about the small beings that come as they're like, I don't know, robots, but they're not. They have flesh, I guess, in some way. I don't know how she explains it, but it's amazing. My mom remembered this dream, and she described these beings over and over throughout my life, and I never heard another person describe the same being before until this woman, Dolores Cannon, and she describes them in a book called The Custodians. And my mom had mentioned these beings as seeing them as a kid when she was a baby. And I thought about how women are born with all of their eggs, and how would starseeds be even a thing? Would they get a codex into a woman of DNA? And I was like, well, how would that even happen? Like and they would come and they would visit a child, and they would have the technology to just, zip zap a female and affect whatever egg they wanted to. They would probably have some sort of knowledge because they're beyond time and space. They literally time travel. I mean, they can get across this. If they can get across space from our planet to another planet, that's time traveling. That's not space traveling. That's time traveling. It's entirely different. That's why we're not doing it just yet. But I was thinking, and then my mother, and I think about how she saw them, and then she had this slow growing, like, a tumor on her octave nerve. She had it removed, but it still affected her. She had it for a long time. And I wonder if it's because she remembers, and they're of this vibration, right? And I think about, I don't know if it's an impact tumor, so it might have been something else completely different. I never pinned it to that until recently, until seeing that book. And then she goes on to describe these other ones in space. And I'm not one of those bigot people that are going to say that we are alone in the universe. I know, as a person who has been sitting in the night sky, looking up at the sky with all the lights out and seeing something, move so fast through the sky that if you blink, you would have missed it. And that was some common moment I had. And it's like people try to downplay that there is aliens. They've been here they've been visiting Earth forever, and pushing fear into people is all that people try to do, I feel. They said I. I'm sorry. And they, I had bumped my head and I had lost my memory. And I actually had, not entirely, but I had lost memory to things that I was doing. And I studied the brain, and that's what led to me learning frequency. And I was already going down this rabbit hole of all of these things. I started noticing numbers were repeating themselves. It was just like, it seemed like numbers started talking in a way. It's like if I was dealing with something, I'd see a number and then I'd do some research, and that number would actually correlate to some message about what I was dealing with in the present moment, almost like this guidance always with me. And it was just like I always felt this sense of guidance around me. And and it's not just about I stay connected because I've had a lot to deal with, and I feel like staying connected to the all and into your inner consciousness, because we always try to find the truth or help outside of ourselves, and all of that is on the inside of ourselves. And if we stay in tune and we stay practicing that, we can actually tune to the truth and not just like an ego of the truth. And through research and, work and, inner work and all those things. Yeah. And that's what I think that there is some similarity. I think it's the vibrations of the humans, of humanity. I think that there's a frequencies. There's like the frequency of humanity, the consciousness of humanity is rising. And I feel like they want us to be more in tune with our spirituality, because I feel like sometimes people, it's like we get so much focused on like working on our physical body, and everybody thinks like, well, I go to work out and nothing changes, right? And they go to the gym. Sometimes a person that's been heavy, they go to the gym and they're like, well, I've been going to the gym and nothing's really been changing or whatever. Sometimes it's the mental programming. It's like your mental programming is attached to who you believe you are. And that is why a lot of people have trouble, changing, is because they're also programmed to themselves. That's why meditation and all these, modalities are good, because it's remembering who we are and not stuffing back who we are or suppressing who we are because of, spiritual bigotry, which is generationally sort of woven in from just it being in part of life for so many generations. And it's like people have a very hard time having an open mind when it comes to spirituality. They're sometimes, not always, sometimes people can be open-minded, but sometimes people can be very narrow-minded and fear-based. This has been so cool, I have to say. I really have to say. And I remember when before I ever associated to any, before I ever heard of any starseed, I never heard of the term starseed before. And I was in my backyard and I started thinking of a thing called lion people. I kept thinking of lion people. And I didn't know what a lion, I had no idea why I was thinking of lion people. And then I kept thinking of Sirius, and I couldn't think of, I was like, why am I thinking of Sirius? This makes no sense. And then I kept on, and then it was the funniest thing, because I actually looked it up on like a couple of different sites of like, what would lion people even connect to? And it ended up being Lyran. Not to say that that's what it is, but it was just years ago. This was, I don't even know, 2019, and that was the first alien species that I had ever heard of, honestly. And that was when I first heard the term starseed. I had never even heard the term starseed before that day. And all the birds are just losing their little minds now for some reason. They can't be still. Okay. They're all better again. I am so, I'm one of those people that don't mind being open, because if somebody judges it and has something negative to say, that's because they're not in vibration of the situation, and they should just go find something that's more in alignment with who they really are. I appreciate you. I truly want, I know I'm such a person that tries to maintain this humility within what I'm doing. So I'm just to say, I'm holding back how awesome and how much I appreciate just everything, and you coming to the reading. And are you going? I'm going to do, you want to do one? We'll do one. If you're leaving, then you can. We'll do one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life, and then I'll end it. And anyone who wants to follow me, I do readings every day. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I don't know if I'll do live every day, but I will be doing live every week, because I really have, I think I've enjoyed live more than not to say that I don't enjoy the non-live on YouTube, but today and yesterday has been awesome. I love this one-on-one so that I can really feel into the energy. And I love one-on-one tarot readings and where I can dive deep. And if I haven't ever had a chance to really, dive deep. I've read for so many people, family and friends, but not very many people outside of that realm. I care for the earth. And you want to know what I love about this card before I even go into it? And this is like the energy of the reading is what I was really thinking about when I was doing this, because it's like we're all here, whoever came here and whoever's been part of this. I was just thinking of that kind of energy mostly. And I see this birthing, and I see how, this channel has just started really. I started at the start of the year. And, as I've worked on it every day, it's kind of been like this baby in like this conception phase, because it's really only like, I'm not getting paid to do this, but I enjoy it so much that I put that work in to be, present in my best self to give the best readings possible. And it's just like this birthing of, expansion. And I just think the symbolism right here is really cool. Let me read the card, and then we'll end it right at the end of that, because the card has insight that I can only give second-handed. It's like giving you the information through me from it, when from it it's like trying to remake the wheel when the wheel is perfectly fine the way that it is. It gives so much more information because it has the wisdom already of being the wheel. I care for the earth, and my birds are trying to take off with my cards. They're just my one bird, Vocals. Come here, goat Vocals. Come here. She's like, no, I'm trying to take your stuff. I care for the earth. She's like 5 months old. I can find it. Aha, 15-6, which is a sovereignty number. Red root. A pearl is made when a parasite or a grain of sand finds its way into the shell of an oyster and begins to irritate the insides. From this irritation, the oyster creates an animal called nacre, or mother of pearl, around. Ooh! I was just trying to fix it so you can see. Or mother of pearl around the strange visitor, and after some time the intruder eventually evolves into a pearl. Our lives are polished by the metaphors with which we view our container of infinity. Metaphor perhaps being meta for the language of myth and metamorphosis. In Egyptian mythology, please do. Thank you. And because and then we can become more of a community and create unity, and whoever else is a channeler or out there, you know, I follow everybody I find that's a channeler of any kind. Like if I find a creative person in the human entity of life, I'm like, if you're out there putting creation out there, I'm like, yep, following you, because that means you're being a version of yourself. You're being that creator, right? In Egyptian mythology, Geb is known as the netter of the earth. He is husband to Nut, the goddess of the sky, son of the god of air, Shu, and the goddess of moisture, Nefna, and grandson of the creator, Atum. Yet in modern mythology, we've been commonly come to refer to the earth as a she, perhaps stemming from the Greek primordial deity named Gaia, believed to be the mother of all life. The world, in the context of the major arcana, is the last card of the tarot and considered an archetypical metaphor related to a cycle coming to completion or climax, or a passing of initiation. In applying the feminine understanding to the ideal, we seek to appreciate Mother Earth as a sentient being. Similar to the perception of Gaia, she is a bed for souls to awaken within the material plane, the oyster by which pearls are cultivated, a living spirit of elements synthesized into a sphere. A parasite means an organism that lives in or on another organism, its host, and benefits, but the word also carries a threatening or negative connotation of something that feeds off its host and diminishes it. However, if we view this definition with a feather heart, we can see beyond this adumbration to the core meaning, where there's a deep lesson to be learned when viewed from the ideal of I care for the earth. In caring for the earth, we appreciate the benefits she provides, never taking for granted the gift of wakefulness that we've been given. We live as a custodian of the life force that hosts and sustains our evolution from one level of consciousness to the next, from a grain of sand to a beautiful pearl, from a mustard seed to a garden of earthly delights. From womb to tomb, we are a product of the world. We create, care for, and participate in. The sleeping soul takes these gifts for granted and lives as a parasitic presence, ungrateful for the present. But the idealized human honors the host as a mother and allows initiations into the complexities of infinity to give luster to life's light by living as a paralyzed, and let me just read that again, a pearlized presence of grace and graciousness. And thank you again. And that was, again, one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life. And I'd like to thank you all for coming to this message, bringing your energy, and being so enthusiastic and engaging with me. It brings me so much joy, and that is what the energetic exchange is, to enjoy your life, right? To enjoy experience. If, being a tarot reader is something I'm enjoying and I get to do that energy exchange, it's awesome having, people that are so engaging and awesome, just to say, because I've had some really cool people coming in. And you all have a beautiful life. Live in peace. And don't worry, it's not goodbye. It's just till next time. Thank you.